Good evening, learners. I hope you are keeping up well. I must say I'm okay. Yesterday I had a problem. I had the flu, so it was difficult for me to record a video for you. I must apologize. But today I'm a bit okay, feeling better, and so I felt I should prepare you some insights, some video to learn from. Remember that lessons offered on this forum are for free, meaning you don't have to pay anything. Black Slides members or educators believe that quality education does not have to be expensive. So we are a dedicated team which ensure that you learn subjects like physics, chemistry, biology, maths, and the topics on well-being or topics to do with academic performance. So it has pleased us here at Black Slides to prepare this topic of today, or today's topic, foods that negatively affect academic performance. There are certain foods which you as students need to regulate or to eat in moderation. In moderation means you don't have to overeat them, because if you overeat such certain foods, your academic performance is going to be affected. So certain foods can negatively impact academic performance by decreasing focus and concentration on your studies, right? So certain foods will decrease focus and concentration on your studies. When you eat such foods, you don't focus, you don't concentrate on your studies, you don't concentrate on learning. Okay, so we'll look at such foods, what these foods are that decrease your focus and concentration on learning. There are certain foods that slow down your cognitive function. Cognitive function is the processing of your brain. Okay, your brain slows down on the processing information, okay, on the calculations, on the synthesizing what you learn or read. It slows down, but it can also affect your mood and the motivation to study or to learn. Certain foods will disrupt your sleep patterns. They can either make you sleep late or have sleepless nights, or they can make you sleep when you don't intend to sleep. Okay? But also they can give you what we call energy crashes, like you feel too weak after eating, or you feel too energetic and overactive, when you don't need it to be. So these foods can do any of these effects. So certain foods can negatively affect you or affect academic work in these 5 ways. All right, so we are saying they can decrease your focus and concentration on school related activities, or they can slow down your cognitive function. Cognitive means having to do with brain processing. Anything that needs critical thinking, you slow down. But they can also affect your mood and motivation to learn, as well as disrupting your sleep patterns, like maybe sleeping late or having sleepless nights. When you plan to sleep, sleep does not come your way, or sometimes they can make you oversleep or sleep when you don't plan to sleep. Some foods can make you become over energetic, or you feel energetic, or you feel too weak. We call these energy crashes. So, foods that affect your academic performance, which you need to limit or avoid, you as a student, as listed here, just some of them. Number one is foods that are high in sugar. High sugar foods like candies, sweets, baked foods. There should be foods, baked foods, sugary drinks. These need to be avoided, or you need to limit. You need to take them in moderation, not in excess. Okay, another one is processed meats such as hot dogs, sausages, processed lunch meats. These need to be avoided. I'm reminded of sausages. Before I had known what sausages are, I saw the word sausage written somewhere, and there it was on a gate somewhere in Blantyre. Sausages. The first time to read the word sausage, I had problems to read sausage. They wrote Pano Timagulisa sausage. So I was reading it in whichever the way it sounds. So I had to read it Sausage, like that. I didn't know that it's supposed to be read as sausages. Okay, anyway. But we are saying that excess sausages, eating of hot dogs, processed lunch meats, these need to be eaten in moderation and not in excess as you as a student. Or better still, avoid them. Fried foods such as fried chickens, donuts, French fries, and others can negatively affect your academic performance. Caffeinated food drinks and energy drinks, when consumed in excess, can negatively affect your academic performance. Foods such which are high in saturated and trans foods like chips, crackers, processed snacks, these need to be eaten in small quantities, not much. I'm not saying you should completely cut off on eating these. Just have to limit them. But if you can, avoid it. Foods which are with artificial additives, colorings, preservatives, like I have on my mind jigs, some certain cambers, flavor enhancers. These need to be taken in small quantities, or if you can, avoid them totally, because they will negatively affect your academic performance. Foods that are high in sodium, such as processed soups, frozen meals, sauces, and others need to be taken in moderation, or you need to limit the amounts that you consume, or if you can, avoid them. There are specific foods that you need to avoid a week before exams, or when you must have to think critically. Avoid these foods. Okay, so a week to exams, or some days to exams, or during the exams, once the exams have begun, you need to stay away from these foods. Heavy carbohydrates, carbs. Carbs are carbohydrates in short. So instead of saying carbohydrates, just say carbs. Carbs. So carbs, heavy carbs such as white bread, pasta. Examples of pasta foods are like macaroni, spaghetti, white bread. You need to avoid these foods some days before your exams. Greasy foods, oily foods that such as pizzas, burgers, fried foods. These, if you take any, can affect your thinking capacity and critical thinking, as well as cognitive functioning, your brain functioning. So minimize them, cut them off. You need to avoid them. White bread, maybe instead of white bread you can opt for brown bread. Brown bread is better. It's lighter than white bread. Just check in the bakeries, they have white bread, brown bread, and other substitutes. Avoid these. Avoid pasta. Pasta example is macaron, spaghetti, and others. Stay away from these. Sugary snacks, biscuits, and others. These need to be avoided even when they have good energy calories. Spicy or heavy meals. These can cause discomfort and distraction in class. Caffeine and energy drinks, especially close to bedtime. Avoid these. They negatively affect your performance. They slow down your thinking. They make you feel tired, or they may make you have sleepless nights, some of them. For example, caffeinated and energy drinks such as Red Bull, Azam energy drink, and other energy drinks. You need to cut off. You need to stay away from them. Okay? Or if you drink, you have to drink in very small amounts. So, better choices during exams or when you must have to think critical about something. Better choices for you as a student include fresh fruits and veggies. So get yourself fresh fruits such as mangoes, apples, oranges, tangerines, and others, carrots, this can be a better substitute because they make your brain and cognitive functions active. Okay, so whole grains such as brown rice, quinoa, whole wheat grain like brown grain, these are better options. Lean proteins such as chicken, fish, beans, and lentils instead of red meat or pork can be best options. Remember that lean meat is meat that is low in protein. Healthy fats are rather than animal fats from nuts, seeds such as groundnuts, avocado, all these are better options. But also, most importantly, water. You have to stay hydrated all the time as a student because it makes your body cells well fed with water, and your brain is well fed with water and is just active, ready to study, ready to learn, ready to sit an exam. But also, if you are to take sugary liquids, they have to be those which are low in sugar content. So you're saying as a student, a better option for you is fresh fruits and veggies, whole grains such as brown rice, quinoa, whole wheat bread like what they call brown bread, meat that is low in protein, mostly is chicken, fish, beans, and lentils, healthy fats such as nuts, groundnuts, seeds, avocado. But also drinking water and the low sugar drinks is recommended. Okay. Nutrients which are essential for your brain include the following. For your good brain function, you have to eat foods that are rich in omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3 fatty acids are suitable for brain work, for brain functioning, cognitive functioning. You find these in salmons, walnuts, but also in Blue Band, or let's say stock margarine. Yeah, stock margarine. So get the spread type of Blue Band and use it on bread, brown bread. You get these free fatty acids, or what we call omega-3 fatty acids. They are suitable for developing the membrane that coats the brain and makes the brain active and functioning. All right. Essential nutrients that are essential for brain are vitamin D as well, which you get from fish, but also from sunlight. Find some time to bask in sunlight outdoors. You let the sunlight shine on you. It is going to help your body cells to absorb vitamin D from the food that you eat. This will activate your body brain cells so that they function during an exam or when you must have to make a critical thought. Foods that are rich in magnesium, such as green leafy vegetables such as lettuce, piru, and the others, nkwani, okay, some nuts, all these will provide you with the magnesium. But also you must eat foods that are high in that are rich in iron. For example, red meat, but red meat has to be in moderation, or it has to be one that is lean in protein. Beans, fortified cereals. Fortified means that they are There, vitamins are added to it. Let's talk of wheat, um, Gaiwa, which has vitamins in it. It's called fortified cereals. Foods that are rich in vitamin B. Remember, vitamin B, you have vitamin B1, 2, and 12. So these you can get from whole grains such as groundnuts, lean meats such as chicken breast, and fish. Right? But you need to plan properly, work out your diet very well, so that all these are found in your diet. So these are foods that are necessary, essential for your brain function. Right. I hope you learned something from here. I wish you the best. I'd like to leave you now. Bye bye for now. We meet again in the next topic.